Bem-vindo ao Era Uma Vez Inglês. Aqui você aprende inglês por meio de conversas reais. Vamos nessa! Hello, everyone! Welcome to Era Uma Vez Inglês, your podcast for learning simple English. I'm Tammy.
And I'm Brian. It's great to be here with you all today, our amazing listeners.
Yes, it is, Brian. Today, we have a very important and interesting topic. We will talk about studies and jobs. We will explore how education works and how to find good professional opportunities.
That's right, Tammy. We will talk about school, university, and how the English language can open many doors for your future.
English is truly a key skill today, isn't it? So, let's start. Brian, let's talk about schools first. What do you think about school in the US?
School is where we begin to learn so many things. In the US, children usually start school very young, maybe at age 5. This first year is often called kindergarten. It's a fun time for kids to learn and play. After that, they go to elementary school for 5 or 6 years.
That's similar to Brazil. In Brazil, children also start young. We have educação infantil, which is like kindergarten or preschool. Then, we have ensino fundamental, which is the main part of basic education. It's for 9 years, from age 6 to 14.
9 years for elementary and middle school combined? That's quite long. In the US, after elementary school, students go to middle school. That's usually for 2 or 3 years for kids around ages 11 to 13.
I see. And after middle school in the US, what comes next?
After middle school, students go to high school for 4 years. This is usually from age 14 to 18. They graduate when they are about 18 years old.
In Brazil, after ensino fundamental, we have ensino médio. This is our high school, and it is 3 years long. So, students finish ensino médio around 17 or 18, just like in the US.
So the total years of basic education are quite similar. What do students learn in high school in Brazil?
Students learn many subjects. We have Portuguese, of course, then math, history, geography, biology, chemistry, physics, and often English or Spanish. We also have art, physical education, and sometimes philosophy and sociology. It's a lot of subjects.
That sounds very comprehensive. In the U.S. high schools, students also learn many subjects, math, science, like biology, chemistry, physics, English, history, and sometimes a foreign language like Spanish, French, or German. But students also have more choices.
Choices? What kind of choices?
Well, students have to take certain core classes like math and English, but they can also choose other classes that they like or that are good for their future plans. For example, if a student likes art, they can take extra art classes. If they like computers, they can take computer science classes. These are called electives.
That's a very good difference. It helps students explore what they are good at and what they enjoy. In Brazil, most classes are fixed, especially in public schools. Students have fewer choices for electives.
And what about the cost? Is school free in Brazil?
Most public schools are free, yes, but many families also choose private schools, which you pay for. The quality of teaching can be different between public and private schools.
It's similar in the U.S. Most public schools are free for students living in that area, but private schools can be very expensive. So, in many ways, our basic school systems are quite similar, but with interesting differences.
Now, let's talk about university. This is a big step after high school for many people, right?
Absolutely, Tammy. It's a huge step for students who want to continue their education and get a higher degree. In the US, after high school, many students go to college or university. Often, these words mean the same thing.
How do students get into university in the US? In Brazil, it's very competitive. We have a big national test called vestibular, or we use our scores from ENEM, which is another national exam. Sometimes, universities have their own tests.
That's a major difference. In the US, there isn't one big test like the vestibular for all universities. Students apply to many different universities. They send their high school grades, write personal essays about themselves, get letters of recommendation from their teachers, and often take standardized tests like the SAT or ACT.
So, it's not just one test. It's many parts. That sounds like a lot of work to prepare.
It is a lot of work. And then comes the cost. In Brazil, are public universities free?
Yes, most public universities in Brazil are free for students. That's why they are so competitive, and many people want to study there. Private universities, however, are not free. Students pay tuition fees every month.
That's a huge difference from the US system. In the US, most universities, even public ones, are very expensive. Tuition fees can be thousands of dollars each year. Because of this, many students take out student loans to pay for their studies. These are loans they have to pay back after they finish university and start working.
Wow, that sounds like a big financial burden for many students. It must be very stressful to start a career already owing a lot of money.
It can be, yes. But many universities also offer scholarships or financial aid to help students with the costs. These can be based on grades, talents, or financial need. What kind of degrees can students get in Brazil?
We have graduação, which is like a bachelor's degree. It usually takes 4 or 5 years to complete, depending on the course. After that, some people do pós-graduação, which includes master's degrees and doctorate degrees.
It's the same in the US. A bachelor's degree typically takes 4 years. Then many students continue their education for master's or doctorate degrees if they want to specialize even more in their field. What about campus life? Do students often live at the university in Brazil?
Sometimes, especially in some large federal universities, there are student dorms or housing. But it's not as common as I imagine it is in the US. Many students live at home with their families and commute to the university every day.
In the US, it's very common, especially for students in their first year, to live in dorms on campus. It's considered a big part of the university experience. They meet new friends, join student clubs, go to sports events, and have many social activities right there on campus.
That sounds very exciting and like a very rich experience. So many new experiences beyond just studying.
So, we've talked about studies and education. Now, let's talk about professional opportunities and jobs. Tammy, how important do you think English is for finding good jobs today?
Oh, Brian, English is incredibly important. It's not just helpful anymore. For many good jobs, it's almost a must-have skill.
Why do you say that?
Well, many companies today are global. They work with people, clients, and partners from all over the world. English is the international language of business. If you want to work in a big company, or a company that works with other countries, You definitely need English.
That's absolutely true. Many multinational companies, even those based in Brazil, use English as their main language for internal communication. So, if you want to grow in your career and reach higher positions, English is often key.
Exactly. And it's not just for big companies. Many jobs, especially in fields like technology, science, or research, require English because most of the new information, studies, and innovations are published in English first.
Right. If you want to stay updated, read new research, understand new technologies, or learn about new trends, often the best and newest resources are first available in English. So, English gives you access to a much wider world of knowledge.
And what about traveling or living abroad? If you have dreams of traveling the world, studying in another country, or even living and working in a different place, English is incredibly helpful. Most countries have people who speak some English, even if it's not their main language.
Absolutely. English helps you communicate with people everywhere. It helps you ask for directions, order food, understand signs, and solve problems when you are in a new place. It makes traveling much easier, safer, and more enjoyable.
What kind of jobs, specifically, would you say need English the most?
Many jobs. For example, jobs in tourism, like hotel staff, tour guides, or travel agents. Jobs in international sales or marketing. IT jobs such as software developers, technical support, or project managers. Jobs in finance, journalism, diplomacy, and even many scientific roles. The list is very long because English is so widespread.
Yes, and even teaching English. That's a great opportunity for people who become fluent in the language.
That's a perfect example. And what about just improving your own mind and skills? Does learning English help with that?
Yes, definitely. Learning a new language, like English, helps your brain grow and become more flexible. It makes you think in different ways and see the world from new perspectives. It also helps you understand other cultures better.
That's a brilliant point. It truly opens your mind to new customs, new ideas, new ways of living, and new ways of thinking. It makes you a more global citizen.
So, for all our listeners, if you want more opportunities, both in your studies and in your future jobs, learning English is one of the best investments you can make in yourself.
Don't be afraid to start. Even simple English at an A1 or A2 level can open many new doors for you. Every little word you learn, every simple sentence you understand is a step forward.
That's right. Start with small steps. Listen to podcasts like ours. Watch movies with English subtitles. Read simple books or articles.
Practice speaking with friends, with language partners online, or even just by yourself in front of a mirror. Every little bit of practice helps you get better. And remember, learning English can be fun.
Yes, it is fun, and it makes your future brighter and full of more possibilities. So, Brian, any final thoughts on studies and opportunities?
I think the most important thing is to always keep learning throughout your life. School and university are excellent places to start, but learning never truly stops. And English is an incredible tool that allows for continuous, lifelong learning.
I agree completely. Learning is a journey, not just a destination. And English makes that journey much richer and more exciting.
Well, Tammy, this was a fantastic and very informative conversation today.
It was, Brian. I hope our listeners learned many new words and gained some new ideas about studies and professional paths.
Brian, we talked about schools and universities in Brazil and the US, highlighting some key differences. And we also talked about why English is so incredibly important for unlocking many jobs and opportunities in today's world.
Tammy, remember, Era uma vez Inglês is here to help you every step of the way on your English learning journey.
Thank you for listening to us today. Join us next time for another interesting topic and more simple English to help you learn.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep practicing your English.
Bye-bye.